All right, so our first basic property of equality, we're going to use this teeter-totter, because when we talk about equations, we talk about how the teeter-totter has to be flat, has to be the same on both sides. So if we put one person over here that weighs 90 pounds and we have another guy over here that weighs 90 pounds, that means it's going to be equal. So that's an example of what we mean when we say the reflexive property. Okay. The symmetric property, so we've got this guy over here that's 90 pounds. We've got these two guys that together make 90 pounds. Okay, and so we can flip them around and put the two guys over here and they still equal 90 pounds, and so both sides are still equal. That's the symmetric property. The substitution property, so if I take that 50-pound guy off and I replace him with somebody else that weighs 50 pounds, that's still going to remain equal because we replaced him with something of equal amount. The transitive property says if this guy is equal to these two guys and these two guys are equal to this guy and his dog, that means that this guy in the red hat has to be equal to this guy and his dog. That's the transitive property. And then we've got the addition and the subtraction property. Basically, it's saying that if we start off with something that's equal and we add the same amount to both sides, it's still going to remain equal. So we added the dog to both sides of the equation, both sides of the teeter-totter, and they remain equal. It's the same thing with subtraction property. We can take them away, and they're still going to remain equal. And then we've got the multiplication and division property. So if I take that guy and I multiply him, and I multiply this guy, so I've got 3 of these and 3 of those. They were equal to begin with, and I've just multiplied both of them by 3. They're still going to remain equal. And then again, the same thing with division. If I had 3 to begin with, and they're all equal, and I take and divide those out, what I'm left with is this guy is equal to that guy. So that's just a visual of what those properties look like. All right, and then the last thing is, what types of professions do you think use the deductive reasoning? And this is what I kind of already said about detectives and lawyers, engineers. Here's just computer programming, etc. Okay, on your homework, so the first question on your homework, you're going to have to plug in, what I would suggest is plug in those value choices for the different letters to see which ones will work. Since it is multiple choice, I would just plug them in until you find one that gives you the correct answer. On 3 through 5, you're kind of doing the same thing we did with the snowboarders, figuring out which person belongs to which occupation. And then on the back, you've got your different properties of equality, and you're just writing down which step you're doing as you're solving those equations. All right, have a good day.